Hey everybody, how's it going? This reading is going to be for the next 7 days, so it doesn't matter which day you open it, it's just when you open this with the intention of watching it, whatever is happening within the next 7 days can be what follows. The first card that we have out is Nine of Swords. And Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. Okay, this is a lot of heavy energy. I'm seeing strength on the bottom of the deck. So when we have Eight of Swords, or when we have Nine of Swords, this is what we're starting off with. When we have Nine of Swords, there can be a lot of worry that we're experiencing. It can feel like a really heavy, a really dense energy. You can be kind of catastrophizing a bit. It can be like all of the worst things, thinking about that. This could happen, that could happen. It feels like this is happening in the midst of you being in the middle of working on something as we move next over to the Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles is what you currently have going on, the stuff that you are currently working on. And then Four of Cups is kind of feeling like that outcome of when I'm feeling high stress, when I'm feeling high anxiety, and also I've been working somewhat tirelessly, like for a long time, I've really committed myself to this thing that I'm doing. When that combination hits, it feels like it produces the Four of Cups, which is, I feel drained. I'm not feeling particularly motivated. I could use a break. You can be feeling down. You can be feeling a lot less energy, a lot less drive. And then you can also feel too, like you almost can't see beyond that. Like that's sort of where the vision stops. So having that Two of Swords is, I see Two of Swords as like we're not seeing everything clearly yet. There's not been total clarity when it comes to perspective. And then having that Eight of Swords can be feeling that's connected with this. And this can also mean too, like maybe a decision needs to be made, but then we don't know what the outcome of that is going to be. And there can be a feeling about this that's connected with fear, a feeling about this that is connected with anxiety, and you can also feel kind of stuck as well. Having strength on the bottom of the deck, this is encouraging you to move through this as best you can, to take care of yourself, and I think to have some faith as well with strength. Okay, now I'm seeing the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is going to be a new chapter that is starting. I'm seeing the Lovers. A new chapter within a relationship. Seeing Eight of Pentacles and seeing the Lovers, this feels to me like a relationship that's been ongoing. But there's a new chapter within an ongoing relationship. Because the Eight of Pentacles and Lovers feels like already a lot has been invested in this. This is a relationship that a lot of work has gone into it. A lot of energy has gone into it. Maybe that's what the fear is connected with. There can be a worry, like I put all of this energy in, what's going to be happening? Now I'm feeling anxiety about stuff, and then that's really exhausting me. But then also too, like not seeing things clearly yet. And I also too feel like maybe because something is in the air and something hasn't been clarified, that feeling of just anxiety that's coming with it feels kind of ungrounded to me. So then we move over to Ace of Cups, and we have the Lovers there, which again, this brings us into a start of a new chapter that you have with somebody. And I'm seeing 10 of Cups, so there's a lot of joy and happiness. This feels like what you're feeling in the top row is very different than what I'm seeing come to play. It feels like what ends up playing out is very different than the perspective that you had initially. I'm seeing something here. With this Two of Swords, with not everything is being seen clearly yet, I was seeing Seven of Swords wanting to come out, and so this can very much be I'm not in a place of absolute truth about what's going on with myself, and so like I'm telling myself stories here, but that's not actually what's going on in this situation. And it feels like you're telling yourself scary stories about something, because we have that Nine of Swords, and because we have that Eight of Swords, this feels like I'm telling myself like bad stuff is going to be happening, or like stuff that I don't want is going to be happening, and I need to be worried about this, and I need to be concerned about this. But then it's like the Ace of Cups is here, so what is there to be worried about? That's going to be the connection. This is connection that you want. And then the Lovers here, this is like a new chapter. This feels very happy. We have the Ten of Cups here as well. This is something you feel very pleased with, very happy about how this is coming together. But before that, I'm seeing all of this worrying. When really things are coming together. I feel like this fear that something is going to go wrong is what sort of takes away from being able to enjoy at times the experience. Because having the Ace of Cups be connected with the Lover, this is connected with a sense of renewal. This is connected with a sense of things just like feeling new in general, where instead of it being the same old, this is an energy where it feels like from the heart space, it's like when your phone charger is dying and it's not really working, and then you get the new phone charger and it works really well. You don't have to like wiggle it around to make sure that it goes in the receptacle the right way. Just the power comes out of it, and also it charges quickly and then it stays charged. It's like an upgrade that's happening. But this is one that is connected with how you feel and the relationship being involved in that. Moving into a place of opportunity. This being a new chapter, we have Ace of Cups, we have Ace of Wands, and we also have Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I feel literally like everything is fine and everything is good, but you're telling yourself a different story here, and that's what is being worked on within this. Because it even feels with this Ace of Cups like, wow, a new chapter that you would love, but because of being worried that something bad is going to happen, like possibly even dismissing something or wanting to leave it or walk away from something because of being, again, like worried about what would be happening, when in reality, this would be something that would foster connection and growth. And also it's connected with the Ten of Cups. That means that you'd feel happy with that. But when there's all of that anxiety, even when something good is going on or something enjoyable is going on, it can be hard to feel that because you're so worried that maybe something else is going to be happening instead. So there's that like inability to connect with that. because of feeling something else so intensely, and so not being open to feeling good about things. And it feels like that's what's happening here within this. And it feels too like that's what's not being seen. That's what's going on with the Two of Swords. That's what's not being seen about the dynamic. That's what's not being seen within the relationship, is like not seeing that something is the Ten of Cups. Ace of Cups, Lovers, Ten of Cups is this chapter that you have with this person that leads to sustainable joy, sustainable happiness, like something that is maintained, like something being that thing for you, that staple. But then all of this anxiety and all of this worry and all of this concern, like blocking you from seeing that, blocking you from seeing something for what it really is. So it feels like there's the accurate depiction of what this is and how you feel about it. And then there's the depiction that's narrated through a lens of fear and anxiety, and that's sort of covering this up and not allowing you to see. And then imagine making a choice based off of that, based off of a skewed narrative rather than the reality of what this would be for you. And it feels very much like that's what's at play here. Seeing Gemini. I think too that maybe this comes down to feeling a fear when it comes to connection. Maybe because like, what if I'm vulnerable, and what if I connect, and then what if things don't go the way that I want them to go, or the things that I expect them to go, or what if I get hurt? It feels like that's also part of this too. Like it almost feels like maybe not wanting to take that chance, not because there's an issue now, but because like, what if things go in a direction that I don't want them to go? It feels like stuff that, you know, the last reading that I did was like this too. It's like these narratives that are based off of fears about where the future is going, and this really like fearful perspective of things, when like you have no idea if that's actually what's going to be happening, and it's not based off of your present experience at all. Because the present experience is Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and Ten of Cups. That is the present experience. That is what's available to you right now. That is what's happening. That is what is being offered. So that's what's in front of you. But this ungrounded perspective here about things that really, like, it's not based on the reality of the situation. It's based on the reality of your anxieties and on your fears, of your fears. And it's the thing that holds you back from growth. It's the thing that holds you back from opportunity. Well, actually, it comes down to a decision that does that. And also, too, now that I'm remembering how we saw Leo on the bottom of the deck, we saw the Strength card on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the Eight of Swords. Strength is also about working with the challenging parts of yourself that are very powerful because they can be motivated by things like fear, for example, in this situation, anxiety, worries, concerns, and working with yourself, with those difficult parts of yourself, with those sometimes seemingly unmanageable parts of yourself, and to bring your perspective back into the present so you can actually see a clear depiction, an accurate depiction of what's taking place and what really is being presented to you versus what's not being presented to you, but you're like assuming, and then going to base a decision based off of something that's not even an accurate depiction of what's going on. And then it has you like all around questioning things like maybe I don't want this, maybe this isn't good for me, maybe this isn't right for me, when we have the Ten of Cups there. So this shows something that you really do connect with. It's just that mental narrative, that ungrounded mental narrative that is coming through and sort of pushing the true perspective and the true feelings about this out of the way and creating something else, and something that is not an accurate depiction. That's why seeing that Seven of Swords wanting to come out with that Two of Swords, it's kind of like there's the truth, and then there's what your shadow energy is telling you, and then being like, well, which one is it? And it's about needing to get to the bottom of the shadow energy so you can dispel that and just see this clearly. And that being how to get to the bottom of this. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'd like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.